Hi guys, welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing for your quiz over equivalent forms. You're going to be changing a decimal to a fraction, and you will also be changing a fraction to a decimal. We have worked with this since last week, and we continued on it this week. Now we're going to see, have we mastered this TEK? So I'm going to do a quick review with you, a couple of for each type of question, and then you're going to go ahead and take the quiz today to show if you understand this concept. So let me go ahead and switch over. All right, so we're going to start with decimal to a fraction. Remember, when we're changing a decimal to a fraction, we want to look at the place value. The place value will tell us our denominator. So in this first example, I have 68 hundredths. Remember, how I say it is how I write it. The 8 is in the hundredths position, therefore it is my denominator. And then this number comes on top to become my numerator. How you say it, 68 hundredths, is how you write it, 68 hundredths. I have changed my decimal to a fraction, but I'm not done. I now need to see, can I simplify this fraction? I have 68 and I have 100. I know that both of these are even numbers. I can divide by 2. If you see a bigger number that you can divide by, please do so. I know if I divide by 2, that means I'm taking half of something. So half of 68 is 34. Half of 100 is 50. I have 34 fiftieths. This is still not the smallest I can go. They're still even, so I'm going to divide by 2 again. Half of 34 would be 17. Half of 50 would be 25. I have 17 25ths. I don't know a number that will go evenly into 17 and 25. So I think I am as simplified as I can be. So 68 hundredths as a decimal is equivalent to 17 25ths as a fraction. Let's look at the next one. How I say it is 4 tenths. So I'm going to write it that way, 4 tenths. Notice that the 4 is in the tenths position. That's where I got my denominator from. 4 tenths is now a fraction. Can it be simplified? Yes, it can. They're both even, so I can divide by 2. Half of 4 is 2. Half of 10 is 5. 2 will not go into 5, so I know I am in my simplest form. So 4 tenths as a decimal is equivalent to 2/5 as a fraction. All right, one more. How I say it is 9 tenths, so that's how I'm going to write it. The 9 is in the tenths position. Now I'm going to look, can I simplify this? I do not have anything that will go evenly into 9 and 10. So this is its simplest form. 9 tenths as a decimal is 9 tenths as a fraction. All right, the other TEK that we need to see if we understand is changing a fraction to a decimal. Remember, we use Tae-Bo, and I'm going to change my color. Tae-Bo is your division. Tae-Bo. Remember, that tells us to divide. Top in, bottom out. Can 5 go into 1? Nope. Can 5 go into 18? Yes, it can. 3 times. I'm going to subtract. I'm left with 3. Now remember, I'm looking for a decimal. I shouldn't have anything left over. So I'm going to add a decimal and a 0. So I can continue to divide. How many times will 5 go into 30? 6 times with nothing left over. So 18/5 as a decimal is 3.6. Now you might be wondering, Miss, how did I get a whole number out of this? Well, if you look, 18/5 is an improper fraction. So that means I have some whole numbers embedded in there. That's where you got the 3 from. there are 3 groups of 5 embedded into this 18, with 6/10 left over. Let's look at the last one. 2600ths. I see that they're both even, so I know I can divide by 2. Half of 26, 13. Half of 100, 50. There's nothing that I can divide 13 by or 50 by. So this is, oh, Miss likes me to boo-boo. We're going to decimal. Top in, bottom out. 100 cannot go into 26. How many times can it go into 260? Good job, 2 times. When I subtract, I'm left with 60. So I'm going to add a 0. How many times will 100 go into 600? Good job. 6 times with nothing left over. So the equivalent form of 2600ths is 0.26. Now, some of you might see like, hundredths. The 6 is in the hundredths place. There's the 26. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your review. You are now going to exit and go and take your quiz for today to show that you understand how to convert between decimals and fractions to get the equivalent form. All right, guys, have a good day.